welcome back to my channel, Mrs. Shank. If you're new here, that's me. My name's May, and this video explains what a brain dump is. So I didn't hear the term brain dump until maybe 5 years ago or so, when I'm sure it was already a big thing. I was a little late to the party on this one. So the first time I heard it, it was part of someone's before bedtime routine, like to make it easier to relax and go to sleep. I usually pass out exhausted in bed at the end of the day, so I didn't really apply this to my life right away. But then I started following someone on Instagram a couple of years ago that does a brain dump every day, and she talked about it a lot, and I finally tried it. Guys, it was a game changer. So I like to do it first thing in the morning while I'm having a coffee and like mapping out my day. I literally just open a notebook and I just free flow, like list stuff that's on my mind. It's amazing what comes out. Like, it always starts with stuff that I need to do, pretty normal, like take out the recycling and buy guinea pig food. But then it's like people I need to call back, or yarn I need to find, or like even ideas for videos, or like weird ideas for recipes I want to try, or some totally random place I remember that I want to check out, and I just dump it all into paper. Then I sort through it and I plug it into my to-do list or my calendar or wherever it goes, and so I get to it eventually. I never really thought that it would be all that helpful, honestly. Like, I don't feel like burdened by my having to remember this stuff, I guess. I have heard people on podcasts say that they can't shut their brains off to go to sleep without doing a brain dump, or like they can't focus on their work for the day without it. And neither of those things were really an issue for me. But since I've started doing it, I do feel like I'm more productive overall. I think it's partially because I'm making a massive list and then sorting through that list, which feels like an accomplishment of its own. Like, you know how they say if you make your bed every morning, you'll be more productive because like you started the day with an accomplishment. Maybe it's kind of like that. But I also think it's partially because I'm working through a lot of things that I would otherwise totally have forgotten about. So I sit down for my morning quiet time like I always do, and I have my coffee and I do my brain dump, and then I map out my day. So some days I'll write down like something during my morning brain dump that I wouldn't have remembered otherwise, or at least not like at such a convenient time. So backing up a bit, I just write an endless list that, I mentioned starts with stuff that's like already at the forefront of my mind, like taking out recycling and stuff like that. And then eventually it's stuff like add library activity to the planner, or like ask Chris about some technical thing I'm needed help with for a while, but like keep forgetting, and on to more random things. And then with this crazy list of mismatched items, I go over each thing and sort of like put it where it goes. So some things will go on a to-do list for that day, like the chores need immediate attention, phone calls need to be returned, like that kind of stuff. And then some things will go on my planner, like events I remembered and stuff like that. Other things get added to other lists. So if I have an idea for a video, that's going to go in my spreadsheet of like YouTube ideas. So when I sit down to work on that stuff, it's there for me. And I found at first, I didn't have a place to put things like knitting pattern ideas, or like little crafty projects, or even things like rearranging a room for a new piece of furniture, cue yesterday, and really random stuff like that that doesn't come up much. And my solution to that is plugging them into my planner to make sure they get done. And if, at like 7 a.m. on a Wednesday, I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to have time to knit that Harry Potter blanket, for example, I can add it to my planner to find a day to start it. So really all of these ideas and to-dos and stuff either get added to my immediate to-do list, or they're added to a spreadsheet that I check for work stuff, or they end up in my planner. And honestly, this has helped me to actually do so many things that I would otherwise probably not do. I'm not even kidding. So many times I'll randomly write down an idea as I'm doing a brain dump that has like normal life stuff in it and recipe ideas and things like that. And then when I finish up and put all those items where they go, I'll notice an absolute gem. My 100-day transformation idea was a random thought I wrote down during a brain dump. So you never know. And really, even if nothing profound comes out of doing a brain dump, because let's be real, there usually isn't anything too exciting on my morning list, but at the very least, I feel more sorted. Like, I don't have to remember any of that stuff because it's all written down in my planner and on my to-do list and in my spreadsheets, and I'm never going to lose track of it because it's already written down. There is something very powerful about that, like taking it out of your brain and putting it where you'll be able to take action with it, which is really what we all want to be able to do with our random ideas and stuff, right? So that's my little crash course on brain dumps. I hope it was helpful. I'm going to try to share some of my morning brain dumps with you, or like whenever I do them, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Maybe in like a weekly vlog, I'll add them in or something like that. I'll try to remember to post them on my Instagram too. Like, if you're not following me over there, I am Mrs. May Shank on Instagram. Can we tangent? How funny is that? I bought MrsShank.com a while back because I felt like I was like not making the best use of my awesome last name. And then when I went to change my name on Instagram, I saw that Mrs. Shank was taken. So I had to go with Mrs. May Shank over there. So lame, but oh well. I feel like people mostly click links and stuff anyways. No one really remembers people's websites anymore. Anyway, but yeah, I'm Mrs. May Shank on Instagram. I post a lot of the same kinds of stuff there that I do here, but way more recipes and stuff like that over there, and then I save them to my highlights too. So, as always, you guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up to show some support, and if you're new here and you like videos about goal setting and weight loss and organizing and stuff like that, subscribe to my channel for new videos. Thanks! Bye!